I'm very happy to be joined by Philip Davies, who's a Conservative Party Member of Parliament. Now, just tell me what you think, what effect you think the Irish situation will have on the Eurozone as a whole.
Well, I think we're seeing the collapse of the Eurozone. It goes to show that the system was flawed. You can't have countries with different economic circumstances all being forced into the same interest rate. We've seen what happens to other countries around the world. Then you get civil unrest because countries can't use typical fiscal measures to try and dampen down or stoke up their economy. They can't use interest rates in order to help them do that. They've got no other, they're a one-trick pony. They can only use their spending plans, and I think we're seeing the beginning of the end of the Eurozone because it is fundamentally flawed.
Well, I don't know if you heard, but China has stepped in today and says it's going to invest in the Greek economy. Is that something that could prop up the Eurozone either permanently or temporarily?
Temporarily, things like that can paper over the cracks, but it doesn't stop the fundamental flaw in the system that having one interest rate for so many diverse countries can't possibly succeed. It's very difficult to have one interest rate for a country like the United Kingdom, where the economy tends to grow at different rates in the north and the south. So to pretend you can have one for the whole of the EU is utter madness, and we're seeing that manifesting itself at the moment.
And the effect it's having on society, this unrest that we've seen across Europe, is that something that you see continuing?
Absolutely, particularly because people have been forced into this economic union and political union against their will, without, in many countries, even being asked whether they want to join it. And that feeling of powerlessness and the fact that people have been forced into something they don't want to belong to just builds up a resentment which will one day become unstoppable.
Now, you advocate, of course, Britain isn't in the Eurozone, which people here at the Freedom Zone are saying is a very good thing. You advocate a complete withdrawal from the European Union. Is that realistic?
Absolutely, I think it's inevitable at some point in the future. Our future prosperity as a country will depend on trading with countries like China and India and South America and some emerging economies in Africa. Our future prosperity isn't governed by being part of an inward-facing, backward-looking protection racket, which is what the European Union is, propping up inefficient European businesses and French farmers. We built our wealth as a country by being global traders. I see our future wealth as being global, not the view of some little Europeans who see everything in a European bubble.
Philip Davies, thank you very much for joining us.